Alright, Shalom. I want to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to our pastor and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Salutation to you, sincere Rakim, the four corners of earth, continuing to preach in sincerity and truth to wake up the election of Israel, which you so-called Negroes, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and confusion of faces that look like the other nation, but go back to our foreparents, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which you are the true descendants of Israel, alright? This is the year of Karagma, alright? Going to Revelation 13 and verse 16, alright? You can see that a microchip which fits hand in hand with that prophecy, alright? And Esau is pushing towards a cashless society, whereas he wants to use the microchip, alright, as a way as buying and selling as a tracking device, alright, as a way of controlling the masses, alright, but mostly focused, alright, upon you, so-called Negroes, Hispanic, and Native Indians, alright, what the scripture tells you, alright, that 2/3 of our people, alright, are going to go contrary, and they're going to follow after Esau's statues of wickedness, alright, by the election of Israel, alright, you so-called Negroes, Hispanic, and Native Indian, confusion of faces, alright, seed of Israel, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, alright, you're going to be delivered, alright, some of you will be put to death, alright, for the sake of righteousness, but you're going to come back in those chariots, in that immortal body that Yahweh shall give to you, and those that are remaining, alright, on earth as we speak will be caught up, the 144,000 elected men will be caught up with Yahweh Shai, alright, and having that super immortal bodies, alright, ready to come down to judge the nations, alright, which Yahweh Shem Yahushai written in his prophecies foretime that these things will happen, alright, Yahweh Shai being the head, alright, then King David, and then the elected 144,000 that will be ruled, alright. You can see that America is under a government shutdown. You can see civil unrest around the world. You can see floods, natural disasters, earthquakes, volcano eruptions. Just yesterday, there was a volcano eruption in Italy. I think it was Mount Etna. All right. You can see as we speak right now, Zimbabwe as well too has a high fuel price increase, and it sparked actually a nation shutdown, whereas you know, they're constantly rioting and mass violence, and the whole place is in an uproar. All right, you got the yellow vests around, spreading all around Europe. All right, and it's like wildfire. All right, just showing according to the scripture, all right, that Yahushua spoke of these things, that these things will happen. All right, but I'm just gonna go into the script, the video a little bit.
It looks like many in Zimbabwe have heeded the calls by trade unions and protesters for a 3-day strike. Some online are using the hashtag #ZimShutdown and sharing their videos from the two main cities, the capital Harare and Bulawayo. This is Seke Road, leading into Harare's central business district. It has some of the city's largest townships, and as you can see here, hardly a car in sight. Even commuter omnibuses, also known as combis, have been parked, refusing to carry passengers. And others have been protesting in the streets. They're saying no to massive fuel price hikes, no to failed bond notes, no to the 2% tax, and no to corruption. In some cases, the protests have turned violent, including looting. Police have used tear gas and water cannon to disperse the demonstrators. Now, according to fuel provider Ray Dan, the price hike is because of what it calls a massive tax increase on fuel. This comes in the wake of the huge tax increase caused by the 2% tariff on electronic transfers, and that's what's making many Zimbabweans angry. In fact, Zimbabweans have been lining up for fuel for weeks. Some queues are as long as 2 kilometers. Some have also lost patience. Fights have broken out at petrol stations. They accuse the president, Emerson Mnangagwa, of not not focusing on domestic issues as he travels to Moscow and then Switzerland for the World Economic Forum next week. Well, people have also been sharing their thoughts and concerns with us. Here's what some had to say.
It is dishonest in that the president maintains that the bond note is 1:1 against the US dollar. This despite giving us two different prices, a US dollar price and a bond note price. The other dishonesty is that they're saying they're going to offer a rebate to manufacturers so that prices don't go up, but they don't say what kind of rebate that is. And then the last thing is that they've increased the price of fuel by 250%, but they're only offering a salary increment to civil servants of 10%. This is extremely unfair.
The burden has just been increased, and there's just a lot of despair, a lot of frustration. There's a lot of frustration on the faces of men and women in the streets. There's a lot of frustration that I'm seeing on the faces of men who are in these fuel queues, and everyone is just disgruntled and disappointed by the lack of clear policy structures and the lack of clear monetary policy.
Let's just go ahead and get into the scriptures a bit. As you can see clearly, right, the world right now is seeking to have some form of stability, where the scripture tell you wisdom and stability, all right, shall be the time for the time, all right. It's roughly paraphrasing, which the wisdom and understanding, all right, is given on to the election of Israel, all right, of these prophecies, starting with the apostle elders or great millstone, which has 100% truth, along with these other camps that follow after, you know, the wise counsel of the apostle elders of great millstone, all right, which are the hopefully elect, along with us younger ones, all right, which hope also in likewise mindset, all right, to be saved out of this wicked captivity that we're in, and to be restored unto righteousness with our power, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. It says, "And he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in the world," and you can see that clearly, that America is on a government shutdown. There's uproar in the streets. There's teachers protesting. You find even the whole structure of societies in an uproar. All right, you know, you find it the yellow vests in Europe, all these places, you know, even here in Guyana as well. You know, there's a dispute between the governments as well. All right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushai is bringing his prophecies full effect. And all prophecies are going hand in hand, because you have a lot of new diseases that are being released. All right, you got a lot of plagues coming out. You got civil unrest, martial law in some countries. All right, you got the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, right? Karagma. All right, which is here the apostle had deemed as the year of Karagma. You can see on a large scale being pushed, you know. You see by the so-called white man, you know, Esau Edom, all right, which wants to head towards a cashless society. All right, you see these celebrities that 2/3 really love to praise and worship as saying that they're idols, you know. All right, yeah, you see them their hearts and soul are within these celebrities, which the elite know, all right, that by using 2/3 of this wicked ass jakes, all right, that lust and thirst after being rich and following the wickedness of these Edomites, right? They know that they are the right set of people, to set up, to usher in, all right, those that does not have the understanding of this truth, which the election has the understanding, all right, and 2/3 of our nation are blind, all right. Let's get to Second Andreas. Second Andreas chapter 6. Alright. Verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which had been so long without fruit shall be declared. And that's being declared through the apostle, elders, the grandma stone along with us younger ones in the highways and byways. Even upon the internet, it's very clear now who the so-called white man is, that he's the devil. Alright? According to Job 9:24. Alright, the earth is given on to the hand of the wicked, and you can see the Rockefellers, DuPonts, the Gettys, the Bilderbergers, that are better known as the Illuminatis, the bankers. Alright, they're the evil seed, the evil ones, right, that oppress the children of Israel, right, the sons of righteousness, Alright, the scripture tells you clearly that his kingdom, so-called Esau's kingdom, is the end of the world. This is verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the part in the son of Tom's the prophecies, or when shall be the end of the first, in the beginning of that followed? He said unto me, from Abraham to Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. Alright, so we're in the end of Esau's kingdom. Alright, this is 2 Peter 3 and verse 10. It says, well, the day of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua shall come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away. It's not talking about the whole earth. It's talking about basically the rulership, alright, starting with Esau, Edom, which is the head, alright. His kingdom is going to be passed away, which these other nations are joined here with him, having to oppress the children of Israel, alright. Their rulerships also shall be taken away, alright, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. And that's talking about the nuclear weapons that's going to hit America, better known as Babylon, mystery Babylon, spiritual Egypt, alright, Sodom, alright, and so forth, alright. And the elements shall melt with favoring heat. It's talking about all the structures that he has is going to be destroyed. And the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Everything of Esau, Babylon, America is going to be destroyed. Alright? Alright? And the remnant that remain, the elect men are going to hunt them out, alright, and put them into captivity along with these other nations out of the bunkers or wherever they hide. And the Most High is going to dig them out with his elect men. Alright? They're going to go into captivity. They're going to serve that 1,000 years of hardcore slavery along with these other nations according to prophecy. Alright? After that 1,000 years, that's going to be the end of Esau forever. He's not going to exist anymore after that. Alright? But the remnant of these other nations are going to go back into their lands, alright, under the rulership, alright, of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, King David, and 144,000 men, alright, and the kingdom will be established in righteousness forever, alright. Seeing that then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, being occupied in these prophecies and these scriptures, and trying your best, according to Judges 5 verse 11, to try to rehearse the righteous act. Alright? When the scripture tells you that basically it's not going to be on our righteousness that you're going to be saved by keeping the laws, alright, but by faith, alright, by faith and believing in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and doing the best that you can, alright, trying your best, to do the right things, practice the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. All right, which in this land, this wicked kingdom where you're not going to be able, all right, to keep the whole laws, all right, until you receive that immortal body that Yahushua had promised, Yahweh Shemesh had promised, all right, and the laws are going to be written in your inward part, all right, starting with 144,000 and 1/3, all right, first, all right. They're going to be the first to enter into the kingdom, which 2/3 will be, put the death on this side come true, elect Hebrew Israelite man and elect Hebrew Israelite woman in a righteous state also. Alright? It says, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Adawan or power Yahweh Shemeshah, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Alright, Yahushua coming in the time of the destruction of Babylon, alright, so-called America. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heaven, new kingdom up, according to Daniel chapter 7, verse 13 and verse 18. Alright. For a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. You see? And that's the whole point. The kingdom of Israel, Yasharallah, will be established in righteousness on the rulership of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and King David and 144,000. Alright? And these are just signs or the prophecies, alright, that has to come forth for all these things. Alright? With that, I hope you were edified. Shalom. Alright, to the Lord's elect. Shalom. Rakatah.